just a problem there. It's working now though. So there's 6 people online. Wait for more people to come and feel free to ask questions. So turn off this on Patreon. Go to this post. So I guess I'll read off some of the questions that were posted on Patreon before people send questions on YouTube. I'll just go through them and I'll ask them. So the first question is from Francisco. What do you think of the new weight classes? Does the difference have any real impact? Well, the main reason they changed weight classes, they obviously didn't make like a proper, honest statement about that. It's just because they think drug testing has improved and the records like of the previous weight classes are just unbeatable because all those records were done by people on drugs basically. But there's still people using it obviously, so I don't know. I don't know why they changed weight classes. They've done it like twice before, so I don't know. Like people are actually getting better at weightlifting, like in general. Like the records are still going up, so I have no idea why they changed them. It's completely pointless. Of course, when they did change them for the first time back in the early 90s, I think, like the records, like during the late 80s, like they were unbeatable. Like some of those records back then actually surpassed the records now. So I guess it made sense then, just because like drug testing improved, because like out of competition drug testing became a thing. So obviously the records would go down, they'd be just unbeatable. So, but like right now, people are still getting better anyway, and drug testing hasn't made any real progress. Like the drug test for testosterone, it's still extremely easy to pass and it's extremely flawed. So, so the next question on Patreon is from Hugh Price. That's how you pronounce his name. Is there a place for 8s and 10s in a hypertrophy block for a weightlifter, or would it be better to do more like 5s and 6s for high volume, as the strength will transfer better? Well, like it depends on like what phase of training you're in. So if you're like far away from a competition, then like hypertrophy work, loads of variation in the Olympic lifts, that can be a good thing. You know, it gives you a break from just like very specific training, low injury risk, loads of other benefits just besides like hypertrophy. So I definitely recommend doing like kind of those higher rep ranges like now and then, like throughout the year, far away from competition. You know, just to give yourself a break from like just very specific work. But yeah, I do have a point. Like 5s and 6s are probably better for weightlifting, just because 8s and 10s don't really have a huge transfer. So next question is from Zachary Reich on Patreon. Do you remember how fast you progressed in the bench? I know you've mentioned that you done small off junior in the bench. It's good and I've seen good results, but the frequency is high and may not be good for long-term gains. Are there any other programs you've tried for the bench? I haven't tried any other like programs in the bench, but I've done my own style of like kind of bench training, I guess. And I guess it's a good thing to kind of do more variation. So the obvious one is just like to do military press along with your bench training. Like that's a very good exercise for the shoulders, very good accessory exercise for the bench. So definitely recommend that. Stuff like push presses, they're great as well. Incline bench, decline bench, just increase the variation. Like small off is a great program, but it's very specific. It's just bench press, varying set of rep ranges. Like you don't get so far increasing your bench just by doing bench. You need to do variation. Also, what are Owen and David's maxes for bench, squat, and deadlift? Owen's bench is kind of shit. I think it's like 130 or something. David's bench is decent enough, like compared to his other maxes. I think it's like 125 or something. Owen's squat, of course, is 290. David's is think he did 205 as a max. One's deadlift is 290, I believe, or is it 280? Can't remember. But that wasn't really like a max out. I'd say he could do like 300. David's deadlift is quite good compared to like his other numbers because he has long arms. So I think he's done 240. Yeah, I think that's his best. So the next question is from Dara, and this is on Patreon. Are there any plans to invite Gigi Mufa to Ireland? Crazy horse head related tomfoolery lifting next to a castle needs to be done. Yeah, that would be awesome. I actually like offered them to come to Ireland when they're, you know, not filming so many videos. Of course, I should like pay for them, like pay for their flights and everything because they paid for me like twice. So yeah, that'd be awesome if they had time. Of course, like the trip needs to be kind of worthwhile for them because, like, you know, make YouTube videos, that's like their full-time job. So if they do go to Ireland, they'll probably go to the UK and other like European countries to collab with other people, just to make the trip worthwhile. But hopefully it can happen in the future. He also asked the question, also, have you any plans on coming back to Asia to do some seminars or an invitation? Entire gym here in Singapore knows your channel. Asia, not too sure. I'd love to go back to like South Korea and visit like Japan or something, but I don't have any plans to go to Asia anytime soon. I'm kind of sick of traveling, to be honest. Yeah, going to like America starting next year, but I don't have any plans to like take any like big trips. Like going to Asia is kind of fatiguing because like the amount of travel you have to do, it's just more expensive. Yeah, probably not for a while. I guess I will be like doing, you know, small holidays maybe here and there to like Europe, but definitely not like Asia or like America or anything for a while. Besides that trip to America in January. So I'll go back to YouTube here because there's people online. So Connor, he asked, do you reckon Yasha's gonna get popped again? I don't know. Like, I don't know, like, who's his like chemist or what he's taking, so I couldn't tell you really. You probably get away with it, I guess, like most people do. Like just because like a lot of people are getting caught in whale thing at the moment doesn't mean like drug testing is improving that much. Like I would say like 95% or more or people are getting away with it. So there's a high chance you won't get popped, I guess. And besides, if he gets popped, his records will still hold. Like his snatch record of 220 is still going to be there. So. Another question, you have looked at my snatch and noted my pull under his trash. I got a coach and he reckons I legit just need to do a lot of bar work to practice my technique. What do you think? Where did I see your form? Was it on Patreon or was it on Discord or something? Or do I coach you? I don't think I coach anyone called Connor. I don't think that's good advice. Yeah, Discord. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't think that's good advice just to work with the bar. You need to like, of course, like if you're a pure beginner, it's a good idea just to do like work with like a PVC pipe. But you need to start like lifting a bit of weight, just get a feel for how, you know, snatch would feel and clean jerk and all that. Anyone can do like learn perfect technique with a PVC pipe or a bar, but what matters is do they have like good technique when they actually add on weight, you know? And besides, you can like easily get into the proper positions with like a very light weight. So it just makes it too easy, I guess, when you work with like light weights or a bar. I'll still be doing strength work like squats and pulls, but just lots and lots of bar work for the classic lifts. Yeah, that's good, like doing bar work, but definitely start upping the weight every week. Strength work, yeah, you can definitely like keep working on your strength while learning the Olympic lifts. Will they ever do bicep curls unironically. Well, I kind of do or did in my training. I really liked like hammer curls. I found like they're great for like elbow injuries, preventing elbow injuries, and actually great accessory exercise for the bench as well. Because of course when you go on the bench, it's kind of like an extra spring if your biceps are bigger. Of course, there's a disadvantage in the Olympic lifts. Where in the US are you going in January? Texas, some city close to Houston. I don't know the name. And I'm going to Miami as well to meet with Stephanie Cohen and Hayden, actually, because Zach actually knows Hayden quite well. So he's organizing that trip. We're both going over. I've only been to lifting for 4 months, got a 160 kg basketball Friday, but even my snatch is super inconsistent, 40 kilos. Yeah, then use 30 kilos, improve the technique. Then next week, 35 kilos, and then go back to 40. That's the progress you should make. You can't, or you shouldn't just like work with the bar for like a month straight. When using weightlifting straps for snatches, do you tuck the end through the loop under your palm or out to the side? I just go like directly under. I don't like put it to the side or anything. Besides, I use like smaller straps, so you can't really put it to the side anyway. I just use like I actually make my own straps. I just buy like you know, the bodybuilding straps from Argus and just cut them to the size I want. So I go back to the Patreon questions. So William, he asked on Patreon, favorite artist in music? What's your body count? In other words, how many bitches have you fought? What's this? And what's your training routine, as in weekly? Favorite artist? I have no idea. I'll list off a few of my favorite ones. Like favorite bands anyway. Probably Firewind, I would say. Yeah, I'd say that was probably like, you know, just one of my favorite. Eyster. I've been listening to this band a lot called Mercenary. It's pretty good. If you check out my playlist on Spotify, you'll see all those bands. Can't think of any more. Yeah, those are the ones I mainly listen to. I guess other questions though. What's your training routine as in weekly? If you go to Gravitas, I know I haven't posted there in a while. You can kind of see what my training is like weekly. What are your favorite lift rep variations for the lifts aside from snatch, clean jerk, singles? Favorite variation of like the snatch? God, probably just like power snatch, to be honest. If that's counted as like a variation. And after that, probably like hang power snatches. I don't really do a lot of variations in the Olympic lifts actually, even though I recommend them a lot. Favorite clean jerk variation? Yeah, I don't have much. I really, I'm really quite specific in my training, I guess. But one complex I like is like tree hang, like hang cleans and power jerk. So I don't do much variation. I guess like my favorite variation for clean jerk would be power clean jerk. And Hayden also asked, how do you usually split your frequency and volume between the snatch and clean jerk? Do you train one more than the other? Yeah, like mostly people should like do more snatches because it's less like stressful exercise, so you can handle more. But especially as you become more advanced, like the clean and jerk does get a lot more stressful because you know more weight is involved. Like I definitely have snatched 170 way more often than clean and jerk in 200 kilos. So back to YouTube. You mentioned going to uni for pharmaceutical studies. Did you enjoy it? Has the degree been relevant? Yeah, I guess I enjoyed it. There was like some of it that I just did not enjoy. Like I guess like the business regulation side of things, like GMP, GLP, all that crap. I just want to learn science. I didn't want to learn any of that crap, like health and safety. Like it's just there's just a bunch of annoying things, I guess, in the course. But I would say 90% of it I enjoyed it. Has the degree been relevant? Not really. But I guess in Ireland it doesn't really like in science anyway. It doesn't really matter like what degree you have. It's kind of more about like, well, of course that matters if you need a degree to get like a science job, but it doesn't have to be relevant to what you do in your job. I guess experience is more valuable. Favorite color? I don't have one. Can you link your Spotify? Struggling to find it. I'll do it really quickly here because it'll be simple for me. Spotify. Okay, I can't find it easily on my name on Spotify is just Terrence Zero. So yeah, I found it already. So yeah, post it in this chat. There you go. Like that. So where was I? My squat is stuck at 175 kilos. I'm running the Candido 6-week program at the moment. Any ideas? Do you do 505 squats every day? How do you alternate the intensity and volume? Well, it's probably stuck for like a number of reasons. Like maybe I guess the main reason it's probably stuck is probably because you're not gaining any weight. Maybe you're maintaining your same like the same body weight, so it's harder to gain strength if you're not increasing your body weight. Maybe you need a deload. I don't know. I would just have to see like your previous weeks of training to find out what's going on there. But I guess like you do hit like kind of walls in training now and then. So like ways around that is doing a different program, increasing variation, doing something else. Like eventually like programs stop working. Like that program like Kentisho, I guess is for kind of like intermediate level lifters, I think. So maybe he's doing like a more advanced program, do different exercises. I definitely don't recommend my style of training doing like five squats every day. That's just way too much volume for the average person. Yeah, definitely don't do that. How do I alternate the intensity and volume? Basically, like in squats, I would recommend like maybe like 4 days a week, where you have 2 moderate sessions, 1 heavy session, and 1 light session. That's the best. That's the best way to do like the intensity and volume. Of course, in the moderate days, the volume be the highest, and the heavy day it's kind of like a kind of test day, I guess, where you can just like work up to a heavy set of 5 or 6, 7, 8 reps or lower, but followed by moderate sets, and then light days is kind of a rest day, I guess. Like around, I don't know, 70%, 60 to 70%. Total reps, probably like 18, somewhere around there. That's what I recommend anyway for squats. Ever had any near-death experiences? What kind of questions? What kind of question is it? Near-death experience. Can't think of any. No, I don't think I ever did. No. I'm probably gonna have a load of them on my motorbike, but rest in peace. In New Zealand, you need master's minimum for science. Well, that probably will happen in Ireland eventually. In Ireland, you can get a job with like a 3-year degree. So, well, if you have experience. At what weight do you think you're strongest, pound for pound? Um, of course, like I probably would be. It probably would be better if I stayed at like 100 kilos, because like that's a good body weight for my height and everything. So yeah, I guess like around 100 kilos. I don't think I would see like a decrease in like Sinclair coefficients or Wilks or whatever if I lifted 90 kilos. Um, Not much of a decrease, but yeah, I guess my like being at 100 kilos, that's unhealthy, but for like maximum like Sinclair coefficient points and everything, it probably would be better. Yeah, 1.78 centimeters. I mean, 1 meter, 78 centimeters. So I'll go back to Patreon. So Mary Murmur asked, hey Clarence, how long do you think you can keep training at the intensity you currently do? Also, thanks for inspiring me to go from vegetarian to vegan. I thought you were going to say thanks for inspiring me to go vegetarian. Never felt so good. Well, I'm glad you're vegan. How long do you think you can keep training? Well, like right now, intensity is not that high at all. I'm like training maybe 3 times per week at the moment. I'm trying to increase the frequency just a bit slowly. I'll start training hard again maybe like around mid-December. But yeah, the main reason I'm kind of taking it easy at the moment is because I can't handle like intense training year round. You know, you have to have periods where you do easy training, so you can't keep it up. So Ryan Loveday, is that actually his second name? He asked, hi Clarence, any thoughts, advice on squatting every day? I've been since early last week, going from 80 kilos, 1 set of 5 to 100, 1 by 5. Feeling fantastic so far. Suggested set rep ranges would be appreciated, as well as whether it is a good idea in general. Squatting every day. I like right now for you, I think that would be just kind of pointless, I guess. Like, there's no point squatting every day if you're kind of just like a beginner lifter. It won't make much of a difference anyway. Like training would be harder, obviously, because you're training every day. So I'd recommend just squatting like 3 to 4 times per week. The previous question I answered, the set rep range I recommended, and how you spread out like the intensity and volume and everything. I'd recommend that rather than squatting every day, because like with squatting every day, you will have light days. You can't go heavy every day. It just won't happen. You can in the short term, like you make good gains in the short term, but you just increase the injury risk. So there's some point. Oh, and best affordable weightlifting bar. You mentioned one in the last Q&A, but I can't find it. I think it was the DA bar or similar. It was D8, I think. It depends on where you're from as well. If you're from America, you probably have a better like selection of bars. They're cheap. But if like you're in Europe, say check websites. It's like Pullum Sports. They're still around. I don't know. I actually don't know any cheap bars besides the D8 one I use in the CrossFit gym. Last question. Any tips for being less scared under the bar during squats? I almost paused the first rep from a slow descent to this. I guess I keep the speed of the descent consistent for like your warm-ups and for your like max weights. That's important. Like so your warm-up squats shouldn't look any different, or they shouldn't be faster or slower. You know, just work on keeping them consistent. More questions on YouTube. Excited for the IWF. Anyone you should watch out for. I have like I don't have much of an interest in the weightlifting worlds at the moment. Like I don't even know who's lifting really. I'm just kind of following like the Instagram videos from like Hook Grip and all things gym, just because they pop in my Instagram feed. But I haven't looked at the start list or anything. I don't even know if anyone from Ireland's like over there at the moment. So I actually really just don't have an interest in weightlifting, I guess. Like competition wise, and like I just has missing lift over and over again ever taken a toll on you mentally? For example, the 190 snatch. If so, then how do you overcome this mental block? I've never like gotten pissed off of like missing a weight over and over again. I don't take training too seriously. So I guess it was just kind of funny when I had attempts like in going for 190 snatch where it was extremely close, so I just missed it. I think that's just funny. I have fun doing it. I never like get pissed off or anything. How do you overcome this mental block? A lot of people, I guess, they throw on like literally 2.5 kilos onto the bar just over their like max snatch clean jerk, and mentally they just can't tackle the weight properly. Like they don't even try it. They clerk the lift. The best way around that is, I guess, just do a load of singles at the weight you're comfortable with, and then just gradually increase the weight. Start doing doubles at your like max weight, and then psychologically it'll be easier just to like tell yourself, oh, I've done this like my max for a triple now. Obviously, I can do a single with a heavier weight. That's probably the best way around it. Did you gain most of your weight in uni? No, actually, most of my weight. Well, when I started, I was, what was I, like 90 kilos or something? And I got up to like 106 at one point, so yeah, I gained a lot of weight, I guess. But I don't understand why you're asking when I was in university or whatever. And have you ever had a hard time gaining weight? Are you asking like while I was in uni? Because like I don't know, I hear a lot of people say it's hard to gain weight like when you're going to college or whatever. I just never understood that at all. Like of course some people they just don't have enough money to buy food, but I don't think you should ever be in that situation. If you're in that situation, you should probably not be in college. You should just get a job and make enough money so you can feed yourself. I never had a hard time gaining weight. Never had a hard time losing weight either. I just never did. Yeah, there's no questions on Patreon anymore, so feel free to ask more questions, guys. I'll keep this going for maybe another 10 to 15 minutes, I guess. Before this, I was trying to figure out how to start playing Persona 5 on my PC. And like my PC is pretty good. It's not like super high end or anything, but for some reason it's like struggling to work. And I think it's because I put like Persona 5 like on my just regular hard drive, not the solid state hard drive. So I don't know. Maybe I'll try that after this live stream. Get it working. That's one game I wanted to play like a long time ago. I just never got a chance to. But other games I'll play probably are Super Mario Odyssey. I'm waiting for like that Nintendo Switch emulator to progress. It is getting better. I was watching YouTube videos there, so maybe I'll play some Nintendo games when like that's good. More questions. So what turned you off competing? Just the state of weightlifting in general. It's a joke. The drug testing is a joke. Yeah, that turned me off competing. Of course, like it's impossible. Like if you're from a westernized country, it's just impossible to win at this point. So I've just like lost interest in like international competitions and like all the drama and shit. Would you consider yourself a genetic freak? Yeah, probably, I guess. Um, like, I hate the people that like deny they have good genetics and they say they just like work hard. Like, I really like fucking hate people that say that. Like, I think Clockoff is someone who says that quite often. I think he says like in interviews that like he's like he's not talented, he just works hard, which is ridiculous. Like obviously he's talented. So are you still vegan? Am I still ethical? Yeah, I guess I am. Do you plan on ever living outside Ireland? No. Like, I don't really care, to be honest. Yeah, I don't really care where I live, really. I don't mind. But I guess it would just be more inconvenient leaving Ireland. Like, there's nothing bad about this country at all, really. Like, everything's quite cheap compared to like other countries, so whatever. Nice. Watch anything good lately? No. I guess I'm watching like The Walking Dead new season, but I think everyone's losing interest in The Walking Dead. I just watch it because I guess I'm kind of a fanboy. Like I read all the comic books while still being released. I like to catch up on like maybe the latest 5 chapters or whatever. But yeah, that's kind of going to shit. I was kind of watching Better Call Saul as well. Kind of midway through the new season. Yeah, not really watching anything else. Just playing video games. What kind of books do you read? I don't read books. Never have in a while. Are front squats supposed to hurt your collarbone, or do you get used to it? I just started front squatting and it hurts quite a bit on heavyweight. Yeah, you get used to it. Like, it's kind of like a back. Like when you do the first time you do back squat, it's gonna hurt your back quite a bit. But like over time, you like build like a callus like on your skin, and like you can just kind of bear a bit more. Like your body adapts. Same thing with like a hook grip. Like the first time you do a hook grip, that like it really hurts your thumb. But over time, like you build a callus on your thumb. You know, your body adapts. You can tolerate the pain a bit more. Exact same thing happens with the front squat. I guess like if it's like hurting your collarbones, like your collarbones would actually like get thicker and stronger to withstand the force being put on them. It's like, you know, those martial arts, like martial artists, like, you know, the Muay Thai fighters, like their shins are like way stronger than the average person just because they kick like punching bags quite often or whatever. You know, it's the exact same thing with lifting. I think it's called like chronicle remodeling. Like when you break like your bones, like they microfracture, and then when they heal, they actually grow back stronger. So the same thing happens with your collarbones, like with a front squat. And of course, you build a callus as well across the front of your collarbones and everything. So the pain will go away. Definitely don't use the pussy pad because I saw one of those in the gym like last day. Ugh. Like some company was making them or something. It's ridiculous. Maybe some gaming with patrons. Yeah, for sure. Let's just start doing like live streams. What's your opinion on the legalization of cannabis in Canada? Do you think Europe will follow? I don't really have any opinion about that because I just don't really care because I don't smoke cannabis. Zero interest so as well. So I just don't have an opinion on that at all. I don't really care. Like I think all drugs should be legal, I guess. Nothing should be banned. I'm actually going to edit a video after this, another vlog video we did in Cork. Be slightly entertaining. I also might try to make like more like motorbike videos. I bought this like mount for my chin, like for the helmet, so like just for the phone, so I can record using that, and I might like hook up like a Bluetooth microphone as well inside the helmet, make some cool videos just for Patreon. How many people is here? 9. Not many. Maybe I did this at a bad time. How long have you been riding motorbikes? Not long. Like, let me think now. So, yeah, probably like a month and a half. So, I'm a complete noob with it. Have you ever ripped your shorts while training? Yeah, quite a bit. I probably have like a pile of like ripped shorts in my room, like from squatting. I don't know how people like just squat in like those like regular like tracksuit pants you buy in like pennies. Like I just can't squat in them. Like it just rips instantly. I have to use like kind of stretchy pants or like shorts. Of course, Juji pants are probably like the best pants I've ever used for training. They're actually like really good pants. Are David and Owen childhood friends? No, none of us are. Thoughts of safety bar for good morning? Oh no, I don't really have a video about that. I actually never done, or I never even used a safety bar in my life. And I actually never done good mornings. Well, intentionally anyway. Maybe I've done good mornings when I squat, but I don't know. I don't really see the use in that exercise. I think like back extensions are superior. How hard is it to buy pants that fit? It's kind of easy. It's just jeans. You know, pretty hard. It depends like on the brand as well and everything. But my motorbike jeans fit me. Yeah, I think jeans are just the worst. How big is Larry Wheels? As big as I expected. Like he's not like 135 kilos or anything, but I think I don't know his body weight. I think it's like 115 or something. Yeah, he's not massive or anything like a strong man or whatever, but he's pretty big. Yeah, it's a shame that me and Larry Wheels didn't really make any like proper lifting videos with Chuchi. Of course, I was weak as shit still then, and Larry Wheels is like tired from like this event he did, so we didn't get a chance to like film a workout or whatever together. Would have been funny to do like weightlifter versus powerlifter or something. That would have been a cool video with him. Have you ever maxed out on incline bench press? Definitely not. I haven't even done it that often, even though I recommend it to a few people. It's good exercise. Are you planning on sticking with super sport bikes or go for something more comfortable in the future? Like for now, I think I'll just stick with like the bike I have, just because I just don't want to spend a lot of money, I guess. Like the one I bought was pretty cheap. It was like 3,000 compared to the other ones I was looking at. But I think maybe give it like 2 years ish. I might get like an NT07. That's like a naked bike. Yeah, like super sport bikes are cool, but like the seating position on my one now is kind of uncomfortable for like long rides. Like it's alright for like around like an hour plus ride, but like if you're thinking of touring, like those like bikes are like really uncomfortable. Yeah, like the one I have now, like the fuel efficiency is pretty good. It's like 68 miles per gallon. It's not bad. Cotton sweatpants are max comfy. The trick is to use 1-2 sizes bigger than what you normally wear. Yeah, the way I buy jeans is I buy like a big waist, which sucks. It doesn't fit my waist, but my legs definitely fit. So I just use like a belt to put them on. That's a disadvantage, getting jeans. But they do fit if you get like the waist size bigger. I've been doing both good mornings and back extensions. Oh, well, that's good. When's Cooking with Clarence coming out? I've actually thought about making like a video about that actually, which is funny. Maybe in the future, for sure. Cooking with Clarence though sounds better than Cooking with Clarence. Does Mad Francisco maybe? Do you ride a motorbike? What bike? Did you get rid of the Ford Fiesta? No, that's my parents. Still there. I could still use it as well if I wanted to, but I don't know. I just don't like driving. It's boring. Yeah, in terms of getting a car in the future, if I had like a lot of money, I probably would. But it is, yeah, like I guess there's advantages like having a car, but like a motorbike is just way funner. Like I just prefer. I'd never buy like a nice car. I'd always like buy a nice motorbike. If I was to buy a car in the future, I'll just buy a simple one that I can use if it's like icy in the roads or like extremely cold or heavy, like lots of high winds or whatever. But I don't know. Like I would say in Ireland, like you can ride a motorbike like 350 days, so the 365 days of the year. Like the weather doesn't get like dangerous really. Like the roads do get kind of icy around like January, February, but that's not for many days. Yeah, I would say like 350 days a year you can ride a motorbike here, and that's not the same as in like other countries. Like I was talking to like Vegan Gains, like most people don't ride motorbikes in like Toronto in the winter. Like, it's just way too cold. It'd be just too dangerous. But in Ireland, you can really. I stick to dirt bikes, but the younger brother has a YZ F4. I'm really into getting a CRF 450 and putting some road tires on it, or an old Honda CB 750. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I am tempted to get a more powerful motorbike at the moment. Like I'm having a lot of fun overtaking cars. Of course, that's like a dangerous thing to do, but it's so much fun. I was like overtaking cars in like dangerous situations there, going to Cork the last day. It's fun, but I don't know, maybe I should stop doing that shit. Like overtaking on like solid white lines, everything. Stick to the 250 for a while though. Yeah, that's definitely a good idea. Yeah, I'm not speeding that often really. I've done it a few times just for fun, but you can't really speed on a 250 anyway. Actually, my favorite thing I've done in motorbikes is just overtaking a bunch of cars, like just filtering. I do my like fucking bicycle all the time whenever I go into like the town, but like doing a motorbike is just way more fun. It's just challenging it to like look around to make sure you're not gonna like bump into someone or if someone's gonna bump into you. I don't know. You have to be like really alert, and I just like that. It's really fun to do. And of course, passing people is fun as well. Have you ever been to commercial gym bar or any bar that you didn't own? Yeah. In the gym I go to, like Stacks, I've been to one of their bars. I replaced it. It was just a cheap bar. Like the maximum weight it could support was like 180 kilos. But yeah, I bent the shit out of that bar. I've also been to a Lico bar that wasn't mine. That wasn't fun because I did that when I was like 15 and I didn't have any money to replace it. So I had to save up money and I bought like a Bentley bar for like 700 euros somehow when I was like 15 years old. I bent the Bentley bar as well. There's a video of that on my YouTube channel. Yeah, but I got that fixed and it only cost like 30 euros, so that was no problem. So I guess I've bent like quite a few bars. Yeah, probably three in total. You'd be doing wheelies in no time. I don't think I can do a wheelie on CBR 250. It's just not powerful enough. Well, it's probably powerful. Like I can probably do it, but I don't know. You don't need a nice car to have fun in a car. An old Honda Civic can be amazing. Backroad Civics are used as track cars all the time. Amazing platform. Eco-popular shit. But if you know how to drive cars, it can be amazing. Okay. Yeah, driving car, I guess. Yeah, it is fun, but I'm just more a bike person, I guess. You gotta believe, just use that clutch. How about hitting that apex? All right, guys. Any last questions? And then I'll end it like in about 2 minutes, just so I do this for like 50 minutes. I think I got all the questions on Patreon anyway. I'll definitely do a live stream soon of like me playing a video game or something. Maybe I'll play like was it Pokemon Ultra Sun? I haven't played that because like there's got a 3DS emulator for the PC, so maybe that'll be good to live stream because I don't want to play a game where I have to focus a lot because then I can't like look at comments and sort of respond to them. So maybe I'll play like a RPG or something. Still accepting new students to coach? Yeah, all the time, definitely. It's just on my website if you want to. So yeah, I guess I'll end it here. Not many of you online, so hopefully next month there'll be a lot more people that join. But I had a fun time. See you guys later.